Hi guys, it's Kirby. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are talking about September's empties. It is the first week of October, which means it is officially spooky season, but we went through so many products in September, so we are going to talk about them. I have started this year that every month I talk about my empties instead of doing one big empties haul at the end of the year. It has really helped me to be able to start to use through my products and not save things. You have the permission to use your special things now. Don't let them sit, don't let them expire. You are the special occasion. I usually go over that at the end of the video, but you all need a reminder, use your products now. So how I usually do this is divide it up into like hair care, skin care, makeup. I don't generally have a lot of makeup products because I have so much of it. I don't think I'll ever get through most of it. So yeah, I will link timestamps in the description box below, so if you want to click around, pick and choose what you want to listen to or hear about, you can do that. I will also try my best to link all of the products down in the description box below. Just because it didn't work for me doesn't mean it might not work for you, vice versa. So that's what we're going to do. It's a lot of hair care and skin care, per usual, because that's just what me and my family go through the most. So I'm going to sort these out and then we'll talk a little bit about them. Alright, we are going to talk about hair care first, and first up we have the Punky color. We have apple green and alpine green. This is currently what I have faded in my hair right now. I have alpine green on the top and then I have a little bit of the apple green on the bottom. The apple green is much more vibrant and the alpine green is much more like dark, cool tone, whereas this is much more like warm, bright tones. It has stayed in my hair so very well. I will say though that a lot of it does come out in the shower. However, the fact that this is like, you know, 3 or 4 weeks in, washed several times throughout the week, like this color is holding up very well. Punky color has very much surprised me recently. So these, I believe, were sent to me in PR. I had used Punky color prior, long time ago, and wasn't really impressed with the purple that I had used back then. This was like, we're talking 8, 9 years ago when my daughter was first born. And I wasn't really impressed with the color back then, but then recently, like a year or two ago, they had sent me some PR with their colors, and I don't know if they reformulated, if they added more dye, if they didn't, or maybe I just have used a wider range of colors lately, but Punky colors have been so vibrant, have been so nice and long lasting. I am very, very surprised. This does say vegan, PPD free, lasts over 40 washes, paraben free, ammonia free. My only kind of gripe is that it is only 3.5 fluid ounces in these little jars, and the little jars are kind of hard to like get a brush in to scoop it all out. So I do wish that they were like a little wider so that I could just scoop the dye out directly from the jar. And I do kind of wish it was a full 4 ounces. My hair, when it's like medium to long, it needs at least 8 to 10 ounces. When it's short, I can get away with 4 to 6 ounces. So either way, if you're using Punky color all over your head and not just for like an accent piece, definitely pick up 2 or 3 bottles. It is on the more affordable side of permanent dyes out there. But yeah, I do wish it was kind of like a full 4 ounces and not just 3.5. But very, very lovely dye. Highly recommend Punky color. You can find it at Ulta. I believe Target has it. I don't know if Walmart has it. Sally's has it. So it's easy to find. Another dye that I do love the brand, but I'm not so sold on the color, is this Adore Sweet Mint 194. It's not that I didn't like the color. I found it really nice to mix in. It was a lot more like cool tone blue than I was anticipating. Again, I kind of got tricked on the bottle. It looks a little bit more like pastel-y green rather than like blue, but then the dye ended up being very, very cool toned. I do love Adore. I do love Kiss Temptations. Those two are very similar textures. The Creative Image Adore is very like liquid, and so it really mixes well with cream dyes, conditioners, shampoos, anything that you could possibly want or need in it. Again, love the brand, not too crazy about the sweet mint color. I got this at my beauty supply store, but I do know that they do carry it online. I think Walmart sells it online as well. And I do think Walmart has some select colors of like burgundy shades of Adore in store as well, or at least at my Walmart. I finally went through a bottle of dry shampoo. Only 10 more to go. So this is the Batiste Dry Shampoo Touch Activated Hair Dry Shampoo. Up to 24 hours of fragrance, refreshes hair, and releases bursts of fragrance with every touch. I did not agree with that. I really do like Batiste's formula. I love a good aerosol spray dry shampoo, and this did. It smells really, really nice. It has kind of like a fresh floral scent to it, but for it being like touch activated and things like that, I think honestly all dry shampoos are a little touch activated, because when you touch your hair, the dry shampoo gets on your hands and like it releases its fragrance. I don't know. I do want to try their sweat activated dry shampoo, because I think that would be interesting, especially since I'm in my like sweaty girl era. It was a nice formula. I don't really think that there is anything different from their touch activated to like their regular original formula. It's just a nice dry shampoo, and if you are one who uses dry shampoo, I highly recommend Batiste. They have all kinds of different scents as well as different dry shampoo needs, like light hair, dark hair, touch activated, sweat activated. It's just a nice lineup of dry shampoos. You can find it at Ulta, I believe, like Target, Walmart, big box stores sells it, so it's easily accessible, and it's a nice dry shampoo. It does leave a little bit of a white cast, but if you spray it, let it sit for a little bit to like let the oil absorb into the powder, and then shake your hair and like rub it in, the white cast is not that big of a deal. Conditioner that I probably will not purchase again is the Soapbox Biotin and Superfruit Restore and Volume Conditioner. This was a very nice experience using. However, I do not believe that it actually left my hair feeling the way it should. Also, my daughter's hair, I don't believe it felt the way it should, and that might be because of the biotin or like protein or certain ingredients in it. It's vegan, dye-free, color-safe, harsh sulfate-free, silicone-free. The silicone-free is what got me. Oh, there's a hope code on here. When you purchase this product, a bar of soap is provided to someone in need either locally or abroad. Oh, see where and how your purchase impacts another life by entering your hope code. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm going to have to try my hope code out to see where my bar of soap went. Anyways, it's a nice brand. Like, the conditioner detangled, it conditioned my hair really, really well, but then when I got out of the shower and I was brushing and it started to air dry, my hair felt really stiff and heavy, and not very like conditioned and smooth, which is why, again, I feel like maybe it's like the protein or something in here. The biotin wasn't working for me. Sometimes with like voluminous or volume conditioners, my hair tends to feel a little bit more dry, because the conditioner isn't as conditioning outside of the shower as it is inside of the shower. And so, yeah. Lovely experience using. It's nice and thick and rich, and it detangles really, really nicely, and it went through my hair really nicely. However, it was like the post-shower experience of when my hair was dry and trying to style it. I did not like the way that it left my hair feeling. Very stiff and kind of like it felt like there was still product in it, and it just didn't feel very like clean or moisturized. It just felt like I had to wash my hair again. So, gonna see where my bar of soap went though. That's cool, I didn't realize that. Read your packaging, people. Moving on to body care and miscellaneous. We only have 3 products. Lush shower gel. I have talked about the Lush shower gels in previous videos. This is from their winter sale or Boxing Day sale from 2024. Because we're in 2025. This was my daughter's Sleepy Bear. It is like a lavender scent. I love it. It tricked her into making her sleepy when she was taking showers at night. She was like, Sleepy Bear, that's going to make me sleepy. yeah, that's the idea. So soothing oat and lavender. I'm starting to have sensitivities on my face to lavender, so just be aware if you have like an oat or a lavender allergy, this might not be for you. I still love the scent of lavender though, and this is a very like calming. It had glitter in it, which again just made it really great for like her bedtime sort of routine and like showering and stuff like that. Lather up really nicely. Don't have much more to say about it other than Lush shower gels are really, really nice. They're a luxury experience, if you will. The last Naturium body wash that I have to talk about, the Smoother Glycolic Acid Body Wash. So, out of the 3 that I have used that I haven't cared for, this one probably was the one that I liked the most, even though I still didn't really like it. And I think this is because I expect an active wash to like really powerhouse what it's supposed to do. But then I was like watching online that somebody said that like you need to let it sit on your body, which like duh, you need to let actives sit on your body to let them do things. However, that's not how I shower. Like I'm not washing my body and then letting the soap sit on me for 5 minutes in the shower, because sometimes I'm barely even in the shower for 5 minutes. So I think for me personally, actives are just something that don't need to be in my body wash. They need to be in my like skincare or lotion routine post shower. This did lather up really nicely. It did clean really, really nicely, and it did smooth out certain rough spots like dry elbows and knees and stuff. And my husband has this like one dry patch on his neck, and it really helped with that. But in terms of like my body breakouts and or my like scarring on my body and things like that, since I was basically like washing it away, like I was washing my body and then rinsing it away immediately, I didn't really see too much effectiveness. I would prefer a more like cleansing, hydrating body wash and then leaving my actives for like the post shower experience in my routine, if that makes sense. So I think this was a miss for me, but not because it wasn't necessarily a good product. I think it's just because of like how I shower is like I'm not going to just stand in the shower and let something sit on my body for like 5 minutes, because I'm just not going to do that. That's just not how I shower. Bath & Beauty nail polish remover, 100% acetone, maximum strength, helps remove gel nail polish. I just get this from the Dollar Tree. It's $1.25. That's where I always get my acetone nail polish remover. I am now in my nail stamping era again. I kind of go in and out of like really being into manicures and really not being into manicures. So I went through a whole bottle of acetone remover, Dollar Tree. Don't overpay for nail polish remover if you can just get it from the Dollar Tree. It works just as well, I promise. On to skincare. This was a repurchase. The 6 peptide skin booster, hyaluronic acid and NAG and amino acids. It evens skin tones, hydrates, firm, smooths pores, sebum care, improves skin texture, blah, 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 blah. This is a repurchase. I got it at Marshall's or TJ Maxx. I had gotten it free from Ulta before, and that's what actually got me using it or wanting to repurchase it again. I didn't at first, the first time I bought this, I didn't realize that it was helping my skin a lot until after I stopped using it. And that's kind of how I'm feeling about it the second go around, is that while I'm using it, I don't really notice the huge improvements until after I stop using it, and then I'm like, oh, it was that product. That product is what was bringing, you know, everything together. So I highly recommend this. You put it on like damp skin, it really plumps your skin up, makes it really nice, texture, smooths pores, everything. Again, I don't think when I'm using it, I'm realizing what it's doing until I stop using it, and then my skin's like, bring it back, please. So yeah, highly recommend. And again, if you can find it at like Marshall's or TJ Maxx unopened for like half the price, do it, because I think this is like $25 or something. Although I will say I do prefer, or I wish that it was in a spray. So sometimes I'll put mine in like a spray bottle and it is a little like moist, but I do wish that that was in a spray rather than like a pump, because I think serums like that, or like hydrating toners, or whatever you want to call that, booster, a spray is so much easier and more effective for that type of a thing, in my opinion. Especially if you're putting it on in between skincare products. I wish it was a spray. Can you believe it? I finished a face mask. My goal from last year of finishing my face masks, I finally finished one. This is the Elemis Superfood Vital Veggie Mask Nourishing Prebiotic Green Mask Advanced Skincare. Really, really nice. I don't think I'm going to be repurchasing it because I have found that I don't actually really like mud masks. They're messy. It's just an experience at home. I would rather a sheet mask or something like that, something that's a little bit more like quick and easy. I really did like it. I got this in a BoxyCharm years ago, and it held up pretty nicely. It did make my skin like very visibly brighter and nicer after I would use it. So I do recommend, if you are looking for something to like treat yourself, and or if you prefer those mud mask experiences at home, or like those like wipe on masks at home. I don't personally prefer that, so I don't think this is going to be a repurchase for me. And also, Elemis products are definitely a luxury treat that's like a treat yourself price range, so I don't know if that's also going to be on my like wish list anytime soon, especially because I'm still working through at least 4 or 5 other bottles of masks that I need to get through. Something that I was kind of disappointed in was this Glow Recipe Cloudberry Bright Essence Toner. And I think I just had a different idea of what this was going to be like going into it. There is a cloudberry toner oil essence out there from, I think, Earth Harbor that I really, really liked. It was like CoQ10 cloudberry something. I don't know. I will pop it up here with like a little notes about it or bullet points or something. And so I think I had anticipated the effects similar to that. I really liked that Earth Harbor one. This, however, was like a water and jelly combined, which I'm not a big fan of like jelly or gel products on my face, but it was really hard to like squirt out. And at first, all I was getting was like liquid juice, and then towards the end, all I was getting was like jelly juice, and I'd try to mix it up, but it wouldn't mix up, and it just felt, I don't know. I didn't really notice too much of a difference when I did use this versus when I didn't. The only time I noticed a significant difference was when I switched my vitamin C's, which leads me to then believe that it was my vitamin C serum that was actually making the difference and not this. So this is gonna be a pass for me. They do have a cloudberry moisturizer to go with this toner, so I'm interested to try the moisturizer. I have felt it on my skin. It's very creamy and kind of heavy, and I like that. So maybe I'll have better luck with the moisturizer, but this toner, just like, I don't know, it wasn't for me in terms of texture, in terms of like doing anything on my skin. But I am also interested to try their vegan prickly pear serum, moisture mucin, whatever it is. Their vegan snail mucin. It's like prickly pear mucin. Very excited to try that. It is on my wish list. A little moisturizer that all of my family loved, and there was actually enough in here for both me and my husband to use it for about a week, which was saying something in terms of Laneige. But this is the Laneige Water Bank Blue Hyaluronic Cream Moisturizer. You know we love a cream moisturizer around here. It was so soft and hydrating and creamy on the skin without being too heavy or like thick, but it did have that like essence of thickness, if you will. We both really, really liked this. It smells really, really nice. It moisturized really, really nicely. I got this as my little like birthday gift and I put it in my bathroom. And this got used up almost immediately because it was just a really nice moisturizer, and I would highly recommend. I have no clue how much this is. This would also be on a probably splurge price range. Laneige is on a little bit on like the more luxury side of skincare, but highly recommend if you're looking for like a nice moisturizer to hydrate your skin and treat your skin and treat yourself. Really like the Laneige water bank. Again, I understand e.l.f. is in some hot water with their marketing, the Matte Rife thing, all this other stuff, but I have things that I have previously purchased from e.l.f. Skin that I'm going to use, that I'm going to talk about because I don't want to waste the money that I have already spent. So here we are. This is the Holy Hydration Daily Moisturizer with hyaluronic acid, jojoba seed oil, and vitamin E. It's a nice moisturizer. It's pretty basic. It's not anything to like write home about, but if you're looking for something in a like budget profile or like in a budget price range, I think that the e.l.f. Skin Holy Hydration line is really, really nice. Not everything is a home run, but their moisturizers, except for their Jelly Yeah one, but their moisturizers, especially like their daily moisturizers, really, really nice. You can't go wrong with them. They're nice. They do what they say. They're nice and creamy too. So there you go. Ugh. A product that did take me years to use, and I do love that about it because this is only like $8 to $10. This is from The Ordinary. It is the Peeling Solution AHA 30%, BHA 2%, 10-minute exfoliating facial. I loved this. It made my skin feel like renewed, baby soft. It really did exfoliate me. It does have a slight tingle, and do not keep it on for any more than 10 minutes. I think the directions say you can do anywhere from like 7 to 10 minutes. If you have more sensitive skin, do 5, build up to the 10 minutes. I really like this. I only ever used it like once or twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week when I was really good on my skincare, but that like barely ever happened. And it lasted me years. I have had this for quite some time, and every single time that I used it throughout the whole years that I have purchased it, or that I have had it, it has served me well. So I would highly recommend if you are looking for an inexpensive chemical exfoliation or exfoliator, this treatment is really good. Again, no more than 10 minutes, no more than twice a week when you're just starting out, or you'll burn your skin. Another little mini is the Laroche Posay broad spectrum liquid fluid sunscreen, the anthelios 60 for face. I hated this. I did not like it. I did not like the smell of it. I did not like the texture of it, the feel of it, or anything. It was a very thin formula, and it didn't feel like it sunk into my skin. It very much felt like it was just sitting on top of my skin. It made me feel greasy and oily. Would not recommend this at all. I got at least, probably 4 or 5 uses out of this little one, so like enough to tell that I am never going to repurchase this ever again. I know a lot of people like La Roche-Posay. I personally have not found a product from them that I have been enamored with, although I haven't like religiously used a product enough from them to see if I really like it. I've only ever had like deluxe samples or samples of it. But yeah, would not recommend this sunscreen. Did not make my skin feel great, and did not sit underneath makeup that well. All right, last product is from Cerave. It is the Makeup Removing Cleansing Balm with 3 essential ceramides. Meh. I kind of felt like meh. It wasn't the best, it wasn't the worst, it didn't have a scent, it felt kind of waxy and really thick. It did melt, and it did take my makeup off, like melt on the skin. The texture was very similar to the Pharmacy Green Clean without the scent or the actives in it. But it's that kind of like waxy, thick, emollient-y type of thing. But again, it melted on my skin really nicely, and it did melt away the makeup. I think I'm just not a big fan of cleansing balms, and I'm trying to get more into like cleansing oils. but I'm not a big fan of those either. And I think that's just like something going on dry skin. Like I feel like I should take my makeup off with a wipe before I take my makeup off, if that makes sense. Which I know is kind of counterintuitive to the whole balm idea, but yeah, it wasn't bad. I think it was a little overpriced. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but if I remember clearly, it was like double digits before the decimal for a 1.3 ounce, 36 gram little jar. And I was thinking, that seems a little overpriced for the amount that you're getting. And it does go very far because you don't have to use a lot. You only have to use like a fingernail amount for your whole face. But I still kind of felt like, I don't know if that's like the best price for the amount that you're getting. Like I kind of thought that the jar would have been a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. But if you're looking for something that's like affordable, on the more affordable drugstore side option as a cleansing balm, it's nice. It'll do what it's supposed to do. Alright guys, that was it. That was September's Empties. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I will try to link all of the products down in the description box below. So if you are interested in hearing more about them, checking more out about them or anything like that, you can do that on your own time. As I said, I've really been enjoying doing the Empties month by month because it has really pushed me to like use the products that I've been saving for a special occasion for years. But the reality is the special occasion is today. You are the special occasion to use the products, and if you just let it sit and expire and go rancid, then you're just wasting money because you spent all of that money on this luxury product to use it and to feel good. And you know what? Today's the day. I'm giving you all of the permission in the world to use your fancy products, to use the ones that you've spent all the money on that have been just sitting there. So go and use them or you'll have wasted your money. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, give it a big old thumbs up. As always, please be sure to subscribe and hit the little notification bell. I would hate for you to miss out on any more videos. Thanks so much for watching, guys.